time we'll be taking a look from the DC Universe Classics Series 18. We're taking a look at Captain Boomerang. Now this is Captain Boomerang after he's been regenerated during Blackest Night on in through Brightest Day. And he's come back much younger and fitter than he used to be. The back of the package here, and you can see his biography and statistics. And you can see the other figures in the wave, as well as the Collect and Connect Apache Chief. So yeah, this figure is alright. It's pretty odd. The figure has really grown on me, but there is something odd about his sculpt in the hands and arms. They don't really seem to match up to me for some reason. I don't know if that's just the way the articulation is, or if there's a slight bend to the lower arm that causes that. But something just looks weird about his arms. They just look too thin and curved. I don't know if anybody else notices that. Please tell me. But other than that, the sculpt is really great. I love the face sculpt there with his smirk and his 5 o'clock shadow there. Great eyes, his cap there. I like his soft plastic scarf. His jacket is done well. He's got the boomerangs are a little bit, I don't know, a little bit of a fail there, just because they have like extra pieces of plastic there on the sculpt, and it looks like it wasn't really cut down too well. I might be able to fix that myself by taking a very sharp X-Acto knife and trimming it down a little bit. He's the only figure in this wave to have the new articulation with the double elbow and knee joints. Very nice paint job. A little bit of a mismatch of the plastics here between his upper thighs and lower legs. You can see the stitching of the collar and in the back here. Pretty cool. His accessory here is of course a boomerang. However, it's very disappointing because this boomerang is like, yeah, it does kind of retain the boomerang shape, but it's so soft and pliable that it's like a wet noodle. When it came in the package, it was all bent up and crappy, and I was not really satisfied with that. I think they could have made this a harder plastic. There are other accessories that are just as small, yet have a harder feel to them. So his articulation, he's got all the standard points. Left and right on the head, up and down slightly. Arms go all the way around, out to the side, rotated the biceps. He's got the double elbow joints, and he rotates at the wrist. He's got ab articulation, which the coat does get in the way a little bit of, but not too much. He's got waist articulation, legs out to the side, forward and back. They don't really go out to the side. They're a little bit stiff, and I don't want to force them too much. He rotates at the thigh, has the double knee joints at the legs, very loose at the lower leg on this foot, and his ankle articulation. There's a very slight ankle articulation there, and that's quite loose as well. However, it's just that leg. This one is a little bit better. Captain Boomerang was the son of an American soldier and an Australian woman, and his father, he never really knew his father, who left to go back to America. He developed, as a young kid, he was very introverted, and he developed a fascination with the boomerang, of practicing his skills in both making and using them. And later, as an adult, he was hired by an American toy company to promote the sales of their boomerangs. By that time, he was making himself a living as a trick boomerang thrower. Unfortunately, this didn't pan out, and the company's boomerang sales didn't do too well. So he eventually resorted to crime, and when that job went bust. And of course, he was being in Central City at the time. He ran into the Flash and quickly became a member of the Flash's Rogues Gallery. Actually call themselves the Rogues. And he created all these elaborate boomerang devices to both kill the Flash and to commit crimes. And during one of his times in incarceration, he was approached to join the Suicide Squad, which is how he ties in with the Bronze Tiger figure in this wave. The Suicide Squad would give criminals a reduced sentence in order for a certain term of service. That is, if they survived. And generally, Captain Boomerang is a very slimy and untrustworthy character. In fact, he lets other members of the Suicide Squad die, not doing anything to help them when he could, and he's just out for himself. In fact, he was supposed to have been good friends with the Mirror Master, but he's not above using Mirror Master's old costume of his and equipment of his to commit crimes as the Mirror Master while as a member of the Suicide Squad, and thus thinking that all the crimes will be blamed on the Mirror Master, who was actually dead at the time, and he would be able to still be a part of the Suicide Squad. He was a jerk, a big jerk, essentially. However, he was not a successful criminal, and thus became very overweight and sort of like a joke among the both the criminals and the heroes. And so, wanting to have one last chance at glory, he accepts a assignment from this mysterious benefactor to kill Tim Drake's father, Jack Drake. Now, he doesn't know that Tim Drake is Robin, and unbeknownst to him, the mysterious benefactor has also sent both a warning and a gun to Jack Drake. So when Captain Boomerang attacks, Jack Drake uses the gun to defend himself, and they end up killing each other. One of the reasons he had taken this assignment is that he had recently discovered that he had a son, and wanted to kind of impress his son. His son briefly had a career as Captain Boomerang too. Unfortunately, that ended during the Blackest Night, when Captain Boomerang was resurrected as a Black Lantern zombie, and he appeared to his son and basically convinced him that the only way that his son could save him was to bring fresh bodies for him to feed upon, and thus the younger Captain Boomerang went out seeking people to give to the zombie Captain Boomerang. When the other rogues discovered what the younger Captain Boomerang was doing, they decided to mete out their own justice and throw him to all the Black Lantern zombies that he had created by giving people to his father. So then he was resurrected by the White Lantern as part of its sort of plan for the Brightest Day. Came back rejuvenated in a younger body, perhaps because of a mixing of his own son's blood or whatever. They haven't explained why he was sort of rejuvenated to his youthful appearance. And he also developed a power to create these black energy exploding boomerangs. While he has not appeared since the end of Brightest Day, it's not known whether he has kept this power or not. And we'll just have to see how he is in the relaunch of the whole DC universe, and whether he retains that power or not, and whether he retains this look or not. So anyway, that will be it for now, and stay tuned for more figures from the Wave 18 of the DC Universe Classics, and until my next video, I'll see you.